John Calvin, Select Letters, Episode 17. Conscribentur de tota ecclesiae politia articuli, quos dende senatui exhibebimus, collegae tres se nobis duobus consentire praeseferunt, aliquid saltem obtenebitur. Calvin continues describing to Farel his negotiations with the city council about the government of the church, and he says, conscribentur. Conscribentur is a third plural, future indicative passive from the verb conscribo, which means to write down or to draft. So when we see conscribentur, we realize it is third plural, so then we're looking for a plural noun to be the subject, a plural nominative. De tota ecclesiae, this is not going to work, of course, because de, the preposition, tota, the adjective, we are still looking for the object of the preposition de, which will be in the ablative. Ecclesiae here, if you look closely, it's actually ecclesiae, like so. It has this ligature, which stands for the diphthong ae, again to save type. And although this could be nominative plural, we still don't have the object of the preposition de. Then when we see politia, we realize that this is a feminine singular and it's ablative, and so de tota politia is the prepositional phrase, and ecclesiae is nested inside of it. This is very common, that the genitive, which is dependent on the object of the preposition, again, the object of the preposition is politia, so the genitive dependent on the object of the preposition goes within the prepositional phrase between adjective tota and noun politia. So we take this whole phrase concerning the entire government, de tota politia, the entire government of the church. So we still then don't have the subject for conscribentur, but we are almost there, and it is, of course, articuli. Articuli. So conscribentur, there shall be drafted on the whole government of the church articles. So then when we put this into better English word order, we would say articles will be drafted that deal with the whole administration of the church. Then we have a quos clause, namely quos through exhibebimus. Quos is masculine plural and accusative, and as a relative pronoun we have to ask, what is the antecedent? The antecedent will have to be masculine and plural, and if we go back before the comma, we notice that only articuli qualifies. Articuli is masculine plural and nominative. Relative pronouns take their case from how they are used in their clause, and here quos is the object of exhibebimus. So articles will be drafted, or articles shall be drafted, dealing with the entire government of the church, administration of the church, articles which, quos, then or next, to the Senate we shall refer, which we shall then refer to the city council. Senatui is masculine, singular, and dative. It is a fourth declension noun, and we have exhibebimus, which is a first plural future indicative active from exhibeo, exhibere, like so. Calvin continues and says, collegae tres, three colleagues, three associates, say. Say now is the pronoun, it's reflexive, it's masculine plural and accusative. It's referring to collegae, which is the subject, collegae masculine plural and nominative. You might say, well, couldn't this be genitive or dative singular since it's first declension? That's a possibility, except that it's clearly being modified by trace, which can only be plural and nominative. So the combination of collegae and trace together tells us nominative plural. That means next that say refers to them, but we still don't have the verb. Three colleagues that they themselves with the two of us agree, consentira, they agree with the two of us, praeseferunt. So this idiomatic expression, prae, se, and ferre, like so, any lexicon will tell you that this means to declare, to reveal. So three colleagues declare that they are in agreement with the two of us. Se is the accusative, the subject of the infinitive consentire, nobis duobus, masculine plural, and dative with the verb consentire. And who are the two of us? Well, this is Calvin and Farel. Calvin and Farel here in 1543 are seeking to reform the government of the church so that it has some independence from the city council, and thus those articles were drafted. Calvin's conclusion then to this part, since there are three colleagues in agreement, tres collegae, three associates, he says, aliquid saltem obtenebitur, something at least, some little victory shall be gotten, obtenebitur. Obtenebitur is a third singular, future indicative passive from obtenere, like so, the second conjugation verb. And because English does not like passives, we would probably translate this best as, we will gain at least something from this. But something at least shall be gotten, shall be acquired from this arrangement.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the lesson, please press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment.